I was in the woods. I had a really early session, and I was walking in the woods in the dark. And then it was like getting light. It was like getting light, and the birds were starting to wake up. So I hit him with the Om Shanti, like a real Om Shanti, like nobody's around type Om Shanti. Side note, I hit a deer family with the Om Shanti the other day, and they fully understood. It was beautiful. It's like, they all like looked at me and started breathing in unison. The little baby deer in the back jumped up and clicked his back heels together. I couldn't believe it. But anyways, I'm walking in the woods, I hit him with an Om Shanti, right? And all the birds started singing together, and then like, this real shit. This was like 2 days ago. And all of a sudden an owl is like, hoot, hoot, hoot. And I'm like, word? And then an owl that's maybe like down in that direction is like, hoot, hoot. And I'm like, okay. This owl is like, hoot, hoot, hoot. And when he said that, was like, I'm gonna fuck the shit out of that owl over there. And he jumped out the tree, and he flew over, and he fucked the shit out of that owl in the tree. This is crazy experience. I was supposed to go back to work and be serious. Like, mostly in life recently, I've been it's actually funny. You know what's really funny, bro? When I was first here, I wanted to talk about SpongeBob, as you do, but then I didn't want to talk about Patrick, because I was scared that Patrick didn't like me. So that lets you know where my mind is at 99% of the time. Like, alright, everybody hates me, I'm going to follow my dreams. Okay. But lately, you remember when SpongeBob and Patrick popped the balloon, and then they were like on the run, and they tried to put it back together, but it wouldn't work, and then I tried to steal that joke from the SpongeBob creators to get around. So remember they had the candy, and SpongeBob was like, I'm gonna save mine for the perfect moment. Patrick was like, I think I'll eat mine right now. That's what I've been doing, but with my weed consumption. I've been like actually SpongeBob and Patrick, and I've been like waking up in the morning like, I'm gonna have a peaceful day. And then 3 or 4 minutes go by, and I'm like, I think I'll smoke right now. And then just, 24 hours of anxiety, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna drink more coffee to calm myself down. Somebody earlier, I was sitting there, and they brought up JD Vance fucking a couch, and I had a thought, and then I saw Patrick write something down, and I was like, Brett, everybody in this room was like, I mean, you're never laying on a couch? You're like, I mean, you're like, what's going on here? I don't know. Just trying it out. So true story time. I have a new manager at work, and this happened 2 weeks ago, and I didn't tell you guys about this last week. So his first day here, he made a remark about there being lots of beautiful women at the gym, and I was like sitting there, and he was like, "Do you have a girlfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And what I meant when I said that was no. So a little lie. Yeah, things are going good. Let's see. Earlier this week, I had a moment where I didn't have any weed, and I made a decision. I was like, I'm not smoking weed anymore. Patrick invited me to go hiking recently, and then I got to his girlfriend's apartment, and then we smoked a joint, and it was real chill. And then his girlfriend put the bong down, and the bowl was full of keef. And me and him looked at each other, and then like 10 minutes went by, And I was like, I think I'm gonna start telling the story. And then I was telling the story, and then I thought to myself, I was like, I think in like 60 seconds from now, I might be crying. I can't stop. I'm two parts of the stories. I gotta power through, I'm gonna try to keep it together. And like 55 seconds, I was like, yep, there it is. I was crying, so I'm gonna tell the rest of the story. And then we didn't go hiking, but it was a good time. Yeah. What else was going on? I was people all over America are like, just like basic human rights, like shelter, food, water, and stuff like that. And the government's like, you want us to start World War III and blow up the planet? We're like, what? No. Like, how did you get that? But I thought that's what you said. I don't know. Hare Krishna. When you do acid for the first time and you look directly at your genitalia, you find out who the fuck you are as a person.